Welcome to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you'll hear about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Now, let's join your hosts, Spivvy Williams and Terrible T Guy.
All right, guys, welcome to the next edition of Event Radio. We are at the Mini Corvette Challenge. We're going to have a big time out here today. We're going to introduce you to a lot of these racers that are racers today, business people by the week, and they've turned into hot rod driver. What do you think, T-Bo?
Well, I think it's pretty cool, Spivvy. All these businesses around here that sport these cars, sponsor them, they're getting a look at racing like they normally wouldn't get to see besides on TV, the pit stops. Probably gives some of the people that would never, ever be in a race a chance to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like some of the bankers and lawyers and stuff. They got to park their Mercedes and BMWs and stuff, and they got to get in one of these mini Corvettes and go out there and rub fenders a little bit and have a little bit of fun and actually raise a lot of money for junior achievement. Miss Heather Rogers puts this event on. She's the brainchild of this thing, and this has been going on several years, and she does a great job with raising money for that.
Well, you can tell by looking at the pit crews and everything, they're getting a little better every year, a little more. All of them got the same uniforms on and everything. It's pretty cool.
I tell you what, I've been to some racetracks that they weren't into it as much as these guys. I mean, they're dressed for the kill. They've got. I saw one in a full Simpson fire suit, shoes and all.
Neck brace.
Everything. Well, I can understand the neck brace. They need that in a go-kart, but the fireproof shoes, I don't think that might be a little overkill, but that's okay. They want to be into it just like they need to be into it, and they're having fun. And we're going to get to introduce you to some of the teams, some of the real players, and man, I even saw Roscoe from the Bowling Green Hot Rods. What do you think about that?
He was tooling around here, wasn't he?
Yeah, boy, he's a big old boy, huh? Big old monkey.
A big old monkey.
Big old monkey. Yeah, that's right. Well, listen, guys, we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to introduce you to a lot of cool people, and we're going to see how if they can turn from Joe businessman into show enough racer overnight, pretty much. But they probably can.
Well, the way they're looking out there now, they're going pretty doggone good.
Yeah, and a little later on, we're going to get some shifter carts out there. So, guys, you need to check this thing out. If you haven't been to the Mini Corvette Challenge, put that on your calendar. You'll for sure want to come. You'll want to have a good time. And you can see some good racing, and these guys beating bang because they don't know any different, I guess, huh? Right?
You help a good cause, too.
There you go. Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're at the Corvette Museum for the Mini Corvette Challenge benefiting Junior Achievement. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact-resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, we are back from the Mini Corvette Challenge, and never does one of these races go by that we don't interview the absolute coolest politician on the planet. He is our buddy. He is our friend, thank goodness. And honestly, probably the only really honest politician that I can say I know, I guess.
I wouldn't go that far.
No, that's true. The one and only Senator Mike Wilson. How are you, Mike?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. It's a beautiful day. It started out pretty cloudy, but it's getting nice and sunny out here. And I tell you what, I got to find some sunscreen, man. I hadn't been out in the sun up there in, session.
Yeah, well, I guess, I tell you what, you walk through here, you got an ice cream in one hand, and, of course, we stop you. And then, I mean, we're going to keep you out here until it melts. I can't help it. I've got to watch it melt. Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah, we're having a great time. We've run a couple of heats out here and actually bent an axle
You guys are the Corvette frame business. You're not supposed to bend nothing, man.
I know that we're in the business of metal, kind of straightening it out and making it right.
Well, you ought to be able to fix it. Shouldn't be a problem.
Well, we just need a bigger hammer.
Oh, is that it? Yeah. Okay. Engineering, we don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's right.
I used to have a buddy that operated a machine shop. The name was Precision Guesswork. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anything exciting going on in the wonderful world of laws that we should know about, or should we just forget about them?
No, I think, it was exciting for us that we actually got a budget.
But are you going to go by it? See, that's a trick,
Well, it's probably the most conservative budget we've had in years, and so we're excited about that. Of course, I was very, very disappointed we did not get the Veterans Nursing Home. We fought for that down to the wire, very last minute, and even had a supplemental bill out there, and the House wouldn't hear it. And of course, they blame us, say you got it to us too late, but one we sent to them before that got passed, so I don't know what the story is.
Well, sometimes their ice cream melted. That's what it was. See, if you'd have waited and made them do it before their ice cream melted, that's what it was. I think the Veterans Nursing Home is a wonderful thing. I think you should keep fighting that. Those guys gave all, and if you're going to take care of anybody, that's who you take care of. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I served 8.5 years in the Marines, and I tell you, I was blessed in the sense I didn't have to go to the war zone, but I had a lot of buddies that did, and come back, and some didn't make it back. And my wife's uncle lost his life over there and in Vietnam. And those guys are aging out now, and we need to take care of them. And the most needy area is southern Kentucky. And so we need to have one here in south central Kentucky.
Well, that's right. Well, I'm one of them, and I'm not looking forward to going in any nursing home. But still, unfortunately, that's one of those things you can't outrun. You guys can outrun a lot of stuff out here today, but that's not one of the things that any of us are blessed enough to outrun is the age process.
Right.
You guys do. You catch a lot of flack, but you do a lot of good. It's like the news, and I just saw WBKO's car pull up, and good news doesn't sell much,
No, it doesn't, and that's unfortunate because they will take everybody is looking for ratings when they're in news, and so they're looking for the things that will gin people up, catch people's attention, and unfortunately it's they'll take sound bites and little pieces out of what you do, and next thing you know, I got people accusing me of doing something. I said, did you ever even read the bill? It doesn't do that at all.
Oh, well, I tell you what, that's the beauty part about event radio. We don't edit anything, and we don't call anything because we don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We call it the way we see it, and we put you on here and let you say what you want to say, win, lose, or draw, Well, now we can't get too ugly, but we've been very fortunate. This is our 5th year, and listeners have just grown and grown and grown and grown, and it's just I don't know. Now we're getting ready to start video into it, so you're going to have to start straightening up. Get Miss Deanna to work on you, boy.
I'll tell you what, she's sharp, buddy. She's
hey, I'm telling you what, that lady. I saw where she's doing this new deal. Tell me about that. What is it?
Well, it's called Fast Fit Body Sculpting, and actually, it has to do with lasers, non-invasive, and it shrinks fat.
Oh well,
I'm lined
hook
up.
me up, buddy.
I'm lined up for some appointments.
I'll tell you what, I'll short that laser deal out. You just tell her, hey, you just hook me up and tell her just aim anywhere close. It doesn't make any difference. I can.
Well, it works. I'm going to tell you what, I've seen.
It really does.
Yeah,
huh?
I've got people that actually referred over there, and they love it. They absolutely love it. And
tell me, where is it? I think it's cool.
It's over there, close to where the bowling alley is, and
all that cool stuff over in that area.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have the address.
That's all right. Don't matter.
My tongue, but
what is it? Body sculpt. Tell me again.
Fast Fit Body Sculpting.
Fast Fit. And Miss Deanna Wilson is the lady that you need to talk to. And trust me, this gal's sharp. She knows her stuff when it comes to that kind of deal. She was a fitness trainer, I think, for a long time.
Trainer, aerobics instructor.
Yeah, I tried to keep up with her aerobics class. I could, even with the old women in the water, I couldn't get her done. But, we at least made an attempt.
Well, but they said you put a ring around it.
Yeah, that's what it was. The ring around the pool when I got in was where the problem was.
Oh, no.
But I think that's really cool. I may check that out.
Yeah, you should.
Did you do old fat guys and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. They have men that go in there. In fact, I am scheduled. I'm going to start trying to get rid of some of this down here.
So you can do that and actually eat a little too, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, she'll get on you about your diet now.
Oh, well, that's all right. I've been used to that my whole life. let her wear me out. I've been used to that all day. I smile and say, yes, ma'am, I won't do it again.
Well, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate being able to sit here and chat with you every time. And
yeah, but you want to go because your ice cream's melting.
My ice cream's melting. But, I have to say, we're friends on Facebook, and I always enjoy reading your posts.
Well, thank you.
And keeping up with you that way, and certainly was sorry to hear about your wife.
Well, I appreciate
everything
that.
like that.
Thank you, my friend.
But you do a great service out here, and appreciate what you do, and appreciate you being here, for junior achievement. And
we want to get out on the track with them, but they just won't let us. I can't understand that.
They got some of them real fast go-karts over there.
Well,
you might all try one of them out.
Well, Terry does that. So
does he really?
Yeah, he does that. So.
Okay.
But now the golf cart's what we got to do. You and I could go through there, and we could bump them in this golf cart.
Yeah.
Listen,
That's about my speed.
Yeah, there we go. Listen, my friend, the one and only guy is Mr. Mike Wilson, Senator Mike Wilson. Excuse me for not showing the respect is due.
You're fine.
But a great guy out here supporting the Junior Achievement Mini Corvette Challenge, and they got a hot rod running in it, and right now I can see he's doing his best at pit work because he's got about 3 bites of his ice cream gone, and that's his. I don't know exactly whether you're the crew chief, the ice cream chief, or what you are, but you do a wonderful job, my friend, both on and off the racetrack. How about that?
All right. Well, thank you, Spivey. I appreciate it so much.
All right, guys.
Good to see you.
We're at the Mini Corvette Challenge, Corvette Museum for Junior Achievement. We're having just a great big time, and we will be right back.
On the track or on the street, the #1 brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we are back from the Mini Corvette Challenge, and we have commandeered one of the jockeys or drivers or whatever you want to call it. What is your name, sir?
Mike Munson.
Mike, where are you from, my friend?
From the Corvette plant.
Okay, so
driving the number 18 car.
So you lived through Dave Chrisley, so you can't be too bad a guy. So you made it. So you guys got to have a little advantage being from the Corvette plant and running the Mini Corvette Challenge.
All the carts are pretty equal. If we won the first heat race and they brought us in and they slowed us down.
Really? Well, now that's
RPM.
not fun, is it?
Well, they're trying to make it fun and make it competitive.
How did they slow you down? With the governor or something?
Yeah,
or?
they slowed us down 20 RPM on the top end.
I figured they took the nitrous bottle out of your pants or something. You're not supposed to talk about that. What do you do at the plant, sir?
I work in facilities, so I take care of all the air conditioning, the electricity coming in, and
so in other words, they can't play without you. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. I'm indispensable.
There you go. Are you having fun out here, sir?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we're raising money for the
junior achievement.
Junior achievement, yeah.
How serious is everybody? Are you really serious out there?
Yeah, once you get behind the wheel, it's, all team orders are off. You just
so it's a little nudging, a little rubbing, and all that is in order, is what you're saying.
Racing, as they say in NASCAR.
Well, you can look side of these carts, Pippin, see they've been rubbing.
Oh, listen, they've got more than a rub in a couple of spots, I don't know. You guys do this every year, though, right?
Yes, I've been involved for about 9 years now. I think this is my 9th year.
Okay, all right.
And
well, let me ask you something. For a long time, the Hills guys were unbeatable. What were they doing?
I don't know. I think they might have been running skeletons for drivers.
You think so?
Yeah. When everything's equal, the lighter weight drivers are the key.
See, you would think that would be exactly backwards with it being a tiller motor because they work off of torque.
Yeah, you would think so, but it really helps through the turns if you're a lot lighter.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, then I tell you what, I could probably walk through there faster than with me. Listen, my friend, thank you for coming out. Thank you for being part of the
out.
Corvette team, number one.
All right.
We at Event Radio realize how important Corvette is to Bowling Green, and
you.
all of the things that you guys do that actually goes unseen by a lot of people.
Right.
And one
we're
thing
involved in a lot of charities. And,
well, the one thing that I think is so cool is the Vets, Pets, and Family Show. We get to do that every year for Dave Chrisley. We do it for him, and that's a great event you guys put on, and you put that on at the plant, and it's really cool. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
Listen, my friend, we're going to cut you loose because we can't
right.
keep these drivers tied up very long.
Thank you for coming out.
Hey,
Good luck,
buddy, we're
Dave.
going to have fun.
All right. Thank you.
We're gonna get a hold of our buddy over here.
All right.
We'll be right back, guys.
On the track or on the street, the number one brand in performance is Holley. Have you heard about the Ultra Street Avengers, Ultra Double Pumpers, Ultra HP, and Ultra Dominator carburetors? They're ultra light, ultra cool, and ultra fast. Holley carbs are the most powerful carbs money can buy with no further modifications. Holley, winning performance for over 100 years.
All right, guys, we are back from the Mini Corvette Challenge, and never fails. We come to play with mini cars, and we wind up with the man that plays with the real deal.
Mr. Corvette.
Mr. Corvette himself, Mr. Joe Pruitt, the guy that is the cat daddy and the head daddy of Corvette Homecoming, has joined us. And what an event, buddy. What an event. How are you?
I'm doing good. You?
Well, you need to, I'm going to wear you out. Teach you
every
how
time
to
I
talk.
do that. Okay.
You know, as much as you talk, I'm going to
I
teach
know
you
it.
how to do this before it's over.
Okay. Go ahead.
I tell you what, buddy, we are so excited. There are Corvette events that go on in this city almost every week of some kind, but there is only one Corvette Homecoming.
That's
and
true.
we get pumped about it every year.
Because
it's my
there's no
most
place
fun.
like home.
Boy, I'm telling you what. Well, you know how to do it. I mean, you've been doing it long enough. You got it figured out by now.
Hopefully.
Well, no, not hopefully. You do. One thing that I'm excited about on this one, that you've done something that was done in the very beginning, and it was always so popular, and that's the auction.
Yes. Yes.
You come buy one of those hot dogs if you want to.
We can brag about the fact that we have the number one auctioneer in the state of Kentucky,
Okay.
the number one auctioneer in the state of Tennessee,
Okay.
who have banded together and calling themselves Vet City Classic Auctions.
Okay.
And they
And I know both those guys. Both those guys,
Right.
they will get in your pocket.
That's
so,
right. That's right.
But they will make you like it.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's what it is.
They're gonna do good with this because they're in it for the long haul, just like I am. But they're hoping for 70, 75 cars this first year.
That'll be great, buddy. That'll
Yep.
be great. You go, guys. You can come down. Just bring you a big checkbook when you come to Corvette Homecoming, because you're going to find stuff that you want. Be it whether it's a complete car or all the vendors inside. I like doing that probably almost as much as seeing all the cars because you find all the latest and greatest. I mean, everything that's new, your guys have it in there.
We have got we made a lot of changes this year, Spivey, and the auction is one, and the fact that we have added Chevrolet to the show is the second biggest, or maybe the first biggest thing. That is a Chevrolet. If it says Chevy on it, then you bring it to the show. We also have created, just by the fact of there's so many people that are still working on Thursday and Friday, we've created a Saturday-only fee for those people.
That's good.
And it is, I'll go ahead and say it is $25, with $5 of that, of each car that registers on Saturday, just for Saturday, going to the Cruising for a Cure.
No, that's good.
Those guys, we hooked up with them this year. We're a sponsor for them. They're going to be at the show and doing certain things.
Well, the Juvenile Diabetes guys is a great
Yes.
organization. We do a lot with them on
Yes.
Event Radio, and you can't go wrong there, guys. I mean, that's that if you're going to pick you an organization to sponsor, there you go. That's the
Yes.
one. With your event, I tell you what, it is fun from the time it starts until it's over. I sort of hate to see it end every year.
I do too. It's like you work on it all year long and then bang, 36 hours, it's over with.
Well, I tell you what, it's fun now. Last year, I really enjoyed the media grabbed a hold of a guy, and he was just your average everyday guy. He wasn't one that had $100,000 car. He had a beater that he had built himself. and really a nice fella. I mean,
Yeah.
super.
Yeah.
And he was actually thrilled that they
He
paid
was.
attention. They had him on TV. They had him
Yep.
everything. But that's a beauty part about Corvettes. You don't have to go out here and buy $100,000
No,
one. You
no,
know, you
no.
can come. You can buy you one and go to work on it and go see your vendors and buy anything you need for it. I mean,
That's
it's
right.
not like, it has to be perfect right off the get-go.
This is the year in the reunion show for 56, 66, 76, 86, and 96. And the reason I mention that is we have got a 66 being driven from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then his wife and dog are in his passenger car behind him.
Okay.
Then we've got a 76 coming that is nicknamed Lazarus. And if you remember in the Bible,
Uh-huh.
he was resurrected, and so was this car from nothing. It was the biggest basket case you've ever seen.
Well, that's all right.
Yep. So that will be there. And we've got a 66 coming that when the 435s first came out, they were labeled 450.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember
I
that?
remember that,
Okay.
sure.
How many of them have you ever seen?
Not very many.
Okay, there's one coming
Cool.
out of Wisconsin. It's
Cool.
still got the stickers on it saying 450 and everything else. The other thing is,
You know what was
Oh,
you know what was ironic though back
What's that?
then? The single car cars carbureted cars would outrun those tri-power cars.
no.
The 4-barrel cars, which were 425 horse,
Right.
They advertised the tri-powers at 435, but the 425 horse would just spank them every day.
That was a 396.
Yeah, well, I guess it was. I guess it was.
Yeah, sure was. Sure was. The other thing, we got some local talent this time. We've got Disorderly Conduct on Saturday night.
Oh yeah, they're a
That's our
good band, great
Good
band. Yeah,
And
rock and
then-
roll. He gave me a ticket once.
Well, okay. Oh, yeah.
But no, I deserved it. I deserved it. I can't say anything. Tim gave me a ticket, but
and then on Friday afternoon after the road tour, and by the way, the road tour is going to be very interesting this year. It's going to start at 2 different times, and we'll split and go 2 different directions. They will meet each other over the dam up at the lake.
that's cool.
That is cool. And we've got a company coming that will be selling flags for them to display on their cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be different.
All right, now tell everybody the date again where we can get this thing fired up and going.
July 14th through the 16th, Thursday, Friday, and
14th,
Saturday.
15th, 16th.
The auction is on Saturday starting at 11 o'clock in the morning.
And come over and bring a big checkbook.
Yes. Or a pocket full of
And
money.
there'll probably be bankers on hand because my buddy Tommy Smith I know will be at that auction.
Yep,
so
he'll be
we
there.
got the CEO of a bank there I know, so it'll be a chance between him and Goodnight. There's bound to be some way to borrow money.
Well, yeah.
But guys, if you see something you just can't live without, I'm sure we can. They got ATMs, they got everything,
Yes,
so
yes.
we'll figure out a way to get it done.
Shoot, yeah.
But I really enjoy your event. It is one of our premier events that we go to all year long. We look more forward to it than any. You open up the place and sort of say, "Here, boys, go after it," and we try to come in a day early and go in and do your vendors and stuff like that, and then get that on the air so that people know what to expect when they come in.
Exactly.
And that's
We
the only
appreciate
show
it.
out of the year we do that for.
We appreciate it, too.
We don't do it for anybody else. We're one of the few that really likes you anyway.
I appreciate that again. Yes.
Yeah, there you
Yes,
go. There
sure
you go.
do.
You're going to have fun out here today, I guess.
Well, we just got out here, and we're going to walk around and see if we see some people we know, maybe hand out a rack card or 2 or whatever.
There you go.
Just talk to people like we do.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the one and only Mr. Joe Pruitt has
Mr.
joined us
Corvette.
on Mr. Corvette himself, and has joined us on Event Radio and welcome every time we're anywhere. I want you to know that because
Thank
we enjoy your event probably more than most that we go to. It is very, very spectator friendly.
Yes.
A lot of them are not, and this one. This one you get a little bit of Southern hospitality that tells you we appreciate you coming and thank you for coming.
We treat you so many ways, you're bound to like one of them.
Yeah, well, I figure you're bound to like one of them. There you go. Guys, the one and only Mr. Joe Pruitt. Thank you, my friend,
Thank
for
you,
being
Joe,
on
baby.
Event Radio.
Thank you.
Guys, we are at the Mini Corvette Challenge. We are at the Corvette Museum doing all this crazy stuff to benefit juvenile diabetes. Boy, you got me going, Joe. Daggone it. Junior Achievement. Guys, you're on Event Radio. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Quick Fuel Technology, the innovators in fuel systems, introduces the latest in high-temperature coating technology for select street and performance carburetors. QFT's new Black Diamond series.
Black Diamond.
Features a unique satin black Teflon coating that provides award-winning good looks and lasting durability. The Black Diamond series is impact resistant, repels all underhood chemicals, and reduces fuel temperature by 6% for improved performance. The Black Diamond series by Quick Fuel, the ultimate in form and function.
All right, guys, we are back from the Mini Corvette Challenge, and leave it to the old fat guy to go over this whole place and find the prettiest girl in the place, and she just happens to be with Hometown TV, WBKO. What is your name, darling?
Jacqueline, hi.
Hi, how you been?
Pretty good. How are you?
Well, for an old fat guy, I'm getting by, you know.
Pretty good,
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm smooth enough to get a pretty girl in a golf cart with me. What else you got to do? What's going on at BKO?
Well, just finished like that.
Like that.
Okay. Well, we just finished our race pretty good.
Did
I
you?
think this is my first year doing it, so I think we got
So did you
we
go
got
out-
all the young people at the station in it to win it.
Okay, well, did you go out there and just spank them real bad, or what did you do?
Yeah, I would like to think so.
So now, are you going to give up the TV business and become a race car driver? Is that it, or what?
I don't think a driver, maybe change tires.
Oh. No, hey, the jockey don't walk the horse, honey. You know, you need to be the chauffeur. See, you need to be the driver. I mean, Danica Patrick has done well, you know. I mean, all
That's
the guys
true.
fall in love with her and
I
all
can
that
take a
stuff.
note from her.
Yeah, you're doing good. Yeah. So how many more races you got?
We have one more. We're in the Bronze Cup.
So you
So-
plan on winning that, I hope.
Yep, we're planning. I'm pretty competitive, and so is my team. So
Okay, now who's your co-driver, dear? Are you driving or who?
I'm not driving.
You're not
It's
driving.
Jake and Daniel are driving.
Okay, well now we got to work on those guys. See, you got to give them. You're going to have to coach them. That's the deal. They got to learn to just sort of move them out of the way. That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
So now
Well,
what's
I'm the only girl, and I'm in the pit, so I'm pretty much the boss over there.
well, I imagine that. Imagine, that's like when you get married, sweetheart. Once you say "I do," you only got to know two more words, and that's "yes, ma'am." See, if you learn that, then you're good to go from now on. It's not a big deal. Say this is your first time, huh?
Mm-hmm. First time.
Excited, I hope.
Yeah, it's been fun. I like it.
Okay. Anything? What is different that you thought might be easier or harder than it is? Anything? Tire changing, all that stuff, or what?
Not necessarily that. All of the teams here are very competitive,
Okay.
and I was expecting it to be competitive, but not as high of a level as it is.
Really?
But
Really?
I appreciate it.
Well, they all want to win, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, that's the name of the game.
Well, if you're going to do something, you got to put 100%
Yeah, it's right.
into it.
It's right up there with breathing. I mean, it's it's not a big deal. Listen, lady, we appreciate you're much better interview. Last year we did Shane, and I mean, we were
I bet
expecting
that was just
well, we were expecting
that was a job.
We were expecting rain any minute, and it just
the sun
we
was
figured
out.
he was going to rain on our parade, so we figured why not, but we lucked up and got one of the pretty girls this time, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, we are at the Mini Corvette Challenge, Corvette Museum, doing all this stuff for junior achievement, and we're having just a big time. And we're gonna actually kidnap this pretty girl and ride her around a while. But nah, she's the crew
She's
chief.
the trophy girl.
Yeah, we're gonna make you from the crew chief to the trophy girl. But
I
thank
like
you.
crew chief. That's
Huh?
a good title.
Oh, that's you, crew chief. Yeah, you got to keep these bums in line. Make them work, make them earn it. Guys, you're on Event Radio. We're having just a blast from the Mini Corvette Challenge. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Right back.
Well, T-Bone, what do you think with the Mini Corvette Challenge? I tell you what, they're a little low on people, but boy, the racers they got did pretty good job.
Make it up for it with enthusiasm.
Yeah,
And then, like I
they-
said earlier, Speedy, I think it's so neat that the businesses here in Bowling Green will back this and put people in it that normally wouldn't get a chance to do it, like we said earlier. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. It's a growing event.
Yeah, well, it's fun. It's they're doing a pretty fair deal on they're running the new companies, Spantech, a lot of them that I didn't even know who they were. That are companies in this city that are getting exposed to the people and letting them know who they are and where they are and where they're from and all that kind of
Well,
deal.
sure, that's good advertisement. Have
Well,
fun
sure
at
it is. Sure it is. And then what about Richard and Carrie and them on
Scott?
those
Oh.
on those shifter carts?
They
Boy,
put
what
on a
about
show,
that?
didn't they?
I'm telling you, those things fly. I don't know how you drove one of them things.
Well, I didn't that well.
Well, you did pretty good though. They're flying through
Oh,
there.
they're a handful. They're a handful.
Well, they're rolling now. There ain't no doubt about that. They're rolling those things. Guys, we have had fun at the Mini Corvette Challenge. We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate the senator for taking his time, Mr. Joe
Yeah,
Pruitt.
wasn't that cool?
And of course, the little gal from BKO. They're always fun.
Mr. Corvette, Joe Pruitt.
Yeah, that's right. We had a pretty good deal. Out of every day, when we do a show, we don't ever leave without thanking our sponsors, the wonderful guys at Quick Fuel Technologies, the guys at Holly Performance.
Don't forget Gearhead Gazette.
That's right, Gearhead Gazette.
Jimmy B.
Mr. Jimmy B himself, and, of course, Beach Bend Park, Beach Bend Raceway, and Beach Bend Splash Lagoon. They are the fun guys, the fun place to go. Guys, we appreciate you joining us for the Mini Corvette Challenge. We're going to get out of here and see what we can wind up doing next. Don't go anywhere. And always join us. We appreciate you more than you know on Event Radio. We'll see you.
You've been listening to Event Radio, covering local drag racing, stock car racing, motorcycles, go-karts. If it's got wheels and you can race it, you heard about it here. Event Radio is motorsports radio on steroids. Join us next time with your hosts, Spivey Williams and Terrible T Guy.